So before this deck profile starts, I want to give a huge shout out to the user JM on YouTube. He commented on my Diamonds in the Rough video on Parallel Exceed of a way to search the Parallel Exceed, namely Format Skipper. And due to some theory crafting back and forth with him, I thought of this combo used in this video. So huge shout out to you. You basically made this combo possible. Anyways, this is my Format Tzolkin deck / strategy. If you want to see gameplay of this deck, check out my replay channel, which I always link in the description. But you can also find it in my channels tab, or I can directly link you if you need a link. Anyways, on Atlas Replays I will showcase gameplay of this deck. I will be showcasing one of the primary combos with this deck in a second as well, to make sense of some of the ratios. Anyways, this is the most consistent strategy for Tzolkin going into 2021. And if you're interested in big Synchro monsters, this might be a deck to pick up. Now, the main combo is very simple. You need Format Skipper, basically Format Skipper and a tuner. Now, these tuners can be Red Resonator or Tenji Spirit Adahara, which is tagged for the Wear After, but also allows you to use Wear After to search the Format Skipper in the case you open Tenji Spirit. The deck has small consistency issues, but it's not really that inconsistent. So we run 3 Parallel Exceed. Theoretically we could get away with only running 2, but 2 is fine. 3 is fine. If you hard draw it, we don't need to search it, that might work. Plus you can always stack a copy back with Plague Spread or Zombie. So it's an additional way to, it can play around as usual, I guess. I don't know, I think 3 is the perfect ratio, but you can cut 1, you don't need 3 since you can search with the Format Skipper. Although, if you open like a Red Resonator and Spirit Adara, you can use these 2 and the hard draw and Parallel Exceed to combo anyway. In that case, you don't need to open the Format Skipper. What the Format Skipper does is, first effect is also very important, but second effect, if this card sent to the grave as a link material, you can add 1 level 5 or higher Cyberse monster from the deck to your hand. So if you link it away for something like Beta Links, you can search, and then go into the Hulky Fireblocks afterwards and use the Parallel Exceed research to go into the play we need to do, which is Aromatherapy, Sweet Marjoram, and of course the Coral Dragon. The tuner and non-tuner to go into Ultimate Tzolkin. Keep in mind that this will provide you with 2 level 4s, which is just enough to perform the combo. Now, I prefer this over the Reborn Tengu engine, as opening 2 of this will not ruin your combo, like you do with Reborn Tengu. Main tuner, which is searchable for your Resonator call, but you also run a Synchro Resonator as an additional extender / playmaker. There are interactions where this card is really great. For example, we go into Bale Links most of the time with Format Skipper, which will search a Slim and Great Sanctuary. And if you combine it to Ancient Pixie Dragon, you can draw 1 card before going into Crystal Wing Synchro the hard way. Or you can just shuffle this back with Plague Spreader to make sure you don't need to discard you don't go Minds and Card Advantage when resolving Coral Dragon. It's just an additional target, you don't need to run it. You could theoretically cut out a copy of Parallel and this. If you decide to do so, maybe run a Cult by the Grave. Player preference. I like the 1 Cinnamon Great Sanctuary. It's just an additional spell you can set for the Tzolkin in future turns, so it improves your ground game. Anyways, main deck speaks for itself, I think. 3 Red Resonators, 3 Format Skipper, 3 Tenji Spirits, just the main consistent starters. Plague Spreaders to target for the Hulky Fireblocks, 3 Reso Call to search the Red Resonator, 3 Wear After, which can search the Tenji Spirit or the Format Skipper. Wait, searching the Tenji Spirit with Wear After? That sounds kinda useless. Well, here's the thing. Format Skipper can copy the name of Monk of the Tenji and its attribute and type for the Link Summon, which is described in its first effect. It does not copy its effect, and it is not considered a Link monster. Monk of the Tenji can be made with any non-Link Tenji monster. When you use this effect, this will count as a non-Link Tenji monster, in which case you can just go into this, and since this counts as a normal monster, you can still special summon the Tenji Spirit. I'll showcase the replay at the end, where I will showcase the combo in action. It's an accidental combo I found, which is very good. It's just an additional way to go into your combo with just the Format Skipper and the Wear After, which is always nice. Besides that, we run some traps. Trap Trick, which is very good. It sets a trap, meaning Ultimate Tzolkin will trigger once again. And it can get you a Dimensional Barrier or Synchro Call from the deck. Synchro Call gives you access to King Calamity, which just is a turn shutdown. Very good. Or Dimensional Barrier, which is also very nice at this current moment. If you don't like running Dimensional Barrier, you could also opt for Warning Point. I was initially running Warning Point myself, but my friend Fight for Yu-Gi-Oh! Pointed out that Dimensional Barrier is probably a better choice right now, and I have to agree. Anyways, we run 3 Stolen Judgment just to prevent nasty business like Dark Ruler No More and similar stuff, which could ruin our combos. The Blast Wind is a target for Aroma Seraphie Sweet Marjoram, which is a must in my opinion. And we run Scrap Iron Signals, which is insanely good with Tzolkin. If you control Crystal Wing, which is the case, you can summon it via Tzolkin, you can just use this to negate monster effects as a counter trap, meaning it's hard to negate. And then it sets itself. Since this card sets itself, Tzolkin will trigger again. This means if you control Ultimate Tzolkin and you have this card in your hand, you set it, first Crystal Wing, your opponent tries to activate a monster effect in their turn, negate, additional Crystal Wing. You will suddenly have 3 negates active. Very, very solid. Yeah, in general, main deck should make sense. Extra deck, I explained to come with King Calamity, Tzolkin, you just need 1. You don't go into additional copies. If you want to go into multiple copies, it's probably easiest to use a Pot of Avarice. However, you would need to run an additional copy of Plague Spreader, since Plague Spreader banishes itself. 1 Abyss, since we can make this with Dark and Dragon via the Synchron Resonator and some Omni Negate, which can be useful. You can theoretically just summon Dark and Dragon, get rid of a monster, then use Synchron Resonator. Keep in mind that this sends to the graveyard, it does not destroy. I'm not sure if this comes up against any deck at the moment, but something to keep in mind. Void Ogre, if you have an empty hand, this negates spell and traps, which can be useful against certain matchups, like Eldritch. Triple Crystal Wing, strongest target. Dark Ant, I already explained this. We can get the draw with this with Summon Great Sanctuary. You can also get the other effect, to target the face of attack mobilization monster field to destroy it, with the Summon Great Sanctuary, which you get free from the Bailings. Coral Dragon and Aroma Seraphie are needed for Tzolkin. Formula Synchron is our Hulky Fibrax target. Not only does it give a draw, it can use the Sweet Marjoram that revives itself with the Blast Winds to go into another Crystal Wing for basically free. You could opt to run Savage Dragon, just purely to hard make with Sweet Marjoram and the Formula Synchron as well. It's an option, since it negates almost anything. But I decided it's not needed. It's not needed in my opinion. It's overkill. But hey, if you want to do it, you can do it. Hulky Fibrax, of course, for the main play. Monk of the Tenji, I already explained it, and this is my Link 1 target for the Format Skipper. But it can be anything else if you desire it to be. Now, before I end this deck profile, I want to showcase the combo. So, this is our hand, starting, Wear Afto and Format Skipper. At this point you normal summon it. Use the Wear Afto to search your Tenji Spirit, which is your tuner. Now, can I not hover when it's paused? Or whatever, it's kind of glitched. Okay, so it's a level 1 Earth Tuner, which says if you control no effect monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Which, this is an effect monster, that's a problem, right? This will copy the effect of this will copy the name, type and attribute of the Tenji. Then it has Tenji in the name, so it can go into a Monk of the Tenji, which is a normal monster. Meaning you can actually summon Adara. This will then, since it's used link material, search a Parallax Seed, allowing us to summon Adara now, since this is a normal monster. Go into Adara, go into Hulky Fibrax. Since we link summon, we can now chain the Parallax Seed, which is very nice. Now, some people might wait with their Ash until you get the Hulky Fibrax. In such a case, actually, sorry, that's my mistake. You can't protect your Hulky Fibrax. However, you can protect the search of the Parallax Seed. The way you do that is you go into Bailings using the Format Skipper in a different setup. And then Chainlink 1 is the Skipper, Chainlink 2 will be Bailings, although in most cases that chain block doesn't really do anything, so I'll just engage your Hulky Fibrax instead. That's just an example of things you can do with the deck. Anyways, well, like Seed Tracker, summons another copy, we go into Sweet Marjoram. Plague Spreader revives itself, go with Coral Dragon, all the pieces are complete. Draw back the Blast Winds you stacked. That's important. Crystal Wing and face damage because of her after. They can do some things, we just take back our Aroma, yes, we take some damage, whatever. We get Formula Synchro, draw anything. Right now, Barrel Exceed because our deck Shuffler is disabled to showcase the combo, but it's a free draw basically. And then we get, then we just go into Crystal Wing with the Sweet Marjo run. Just off these 2 cards, we now have an Ultimate Tzolkin, which will probably still survive until the next turn, and 2 Crystal Wings. Very, very solid. So yeah, this is my Formula Tzolkin deck. I will also showcase it on my replay channel, so if you want to see gameplay of this deck in action, then that's the place to go. I hope you guys like it. It's probably the best Tzolkin deck around. Like, best usually sounds like clickbait, but it's actually true. I don't think there's a better Tzolkin strategy out there at the moment. Fortunately, these come close, but they lack consistency in comparison. This build is very, very consistent. So yeah, hope you guys can play around with this, and I hope you guys can enjoy the new year with some crazy synchro summoning. With that said, Atlas signing out, peace.